You may have noticed that US Treasury bills, also known as T-bills, are paying a hefty rate of return compared to high interest savings accounts. I'm filming this video in November of 2022, and a 52-week T-bill is paying 4.73% versus my high interest savings, which is only paying me 2.35%. This makes T-bills a pretty decent place to park some cash. In this video, I'm first going to give a high-level overview of T-bills. Then I'm going to walk through how to purchase T-bills on TreasuryDirect.gov step by step. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, I talk about stocks, SPACs, Bitcoin, options, fixed income, and anything on my mind related to investing. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. And please remember to drop a like if you enjoy this video, as it truly helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. T-bills can be purchased directly from the US government at TreasuryDirect.gov. You can also purchase T-bills through a broker like Fidelity, but for this video, I'm going to stick to TreasuryDirect.gov, which is my preferred way to buy T-bills. Treasury bills are one of the safest places to park your cash. They are backed by the full faith and credit of the United States, which has been paying back its debts for over 200 years. In fact, US Treasuries are often referred to as the risk-free rate. Treasury bills are different than Treasury notes and Treasury bonds in that Treasury bills have maturities up to 52 weeks, so basically up to 1 year. Whereas Treasury notes have maturities from 2 to 10 years, and Treasury bonds have maturities of 20 or 30 years. Because T-bills have fairly short maturities, they can be a great place to park some of your emergency funds. And they can also be a great place to save money for a specific goal, like an annual vacation fund. Those are both things that I personally use T-bills for. T-bills can be bought in maturities of 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 13 weeks, 17 weeks, 26 weeks, and 52 weeks. The 4-week through 26-week T-bills are auctioned every week. So you can buy each one of those T-bills every week if you want to, which makes it very easy to create a T-bill ladder. The 52-week T-bills are the only ones that are auctioned every 4 weeks instead of every week. Interest earned from T-bills are taxed at the federal level, but the great thing about T-bills is they are exempt from state and local taxes. So if you live in a state with high taxes, as I do, I live in California, T-bills can be a tax-friendly alternative to high-interest savings accounts and certificates of deposit. Another difference between Treasury bills and Treasury bonds and notes is that T-bills don't actually pay a true interest. T-bills are sold at a discount or at par, also known as face value. When the T-bill matures, you're paid its face value. So the interest you get is actually the difference between the discounted price and the face value. For example, the face value of a T-bill is $100. Let's say a 52-week T-bill is auctioned at $96. At the end of 52 weeks, you'd get back $100, even though you only paid $96 for the T-bill, and you'd pocket $4. So your return in that example is $4 divided by $96, or 4.17%. So how do you know what rate you're going to get on a T-bill? Is it like buying a bank CD? The short answer is no. You won't know exactly what rate you're going to get on your T-bill until the auction for that T-bill is over. I know that may seem kind of strange, but let me explain. Unlike new issue bank CDs, where you know exactly what rate you're going to get before you buy, new T-bills are priced through an auction. When you buy a T-bill through TreasuryDirect.gov, you're making what's called a non-competitive bid. And even though you won't know exactly what rate you're going to get until the auction is over, there is data on Treasury Direct that gives you a pretty good idea of what the current rates are. So let's go take a look at this data. And I'll leave links to all this data in the video description. The first place to look, and my personal favorite, is the 20 most recently auctioned securities. As you can see here, the most recent investment rates for the 4-week, 8-week, 17-week, 52-week, 13-week, and 26-week auctions are displayed here. The investment rate listed is similar to an annual percentage yield, or APY. So as an investor, this is the rate that we really care about. To calculate this rate for any of the T-bills from 4 weeks to 26 weeks, you just look at the auction results for that T-bill. For example, here are the auction results for the 26-week T-bills auctioned on October 31st, 2022. The discount price was $97.755333. The difference from the face value is $2.244667. So the return over 26 weeks, or 182 days, is 2.296209%, divided by 182 days is 0.0126165%, and annualize that over 365 days to get 4.605%, which, as you can see here, matches with the listed investment rate. And for you math nerds out there, the 52-week T-bill is the only investment rate that's not calculated based on a simple annualized formula. It requires the use of the quadratic formula, which is out of scope for this video, but I just want to let you know before you rack your brain over it. Another place you can go to estimate what T-bill rate you're going to get at the next auction is the data on daily Treasury bill rates. Use this column called coupon equivalent to estimate the annual percentage yield. For example, the latest coupon equivalent for a 13-week T-bill is 4.16%. So if I placed an order for the next 13-week T-bill, barring some major volatility over the next few days until the next auction, I would expect to get the coupon equivalent of around 4.16%. Now, of course, no one has a crystal ball and can tell you with 100% certainty what the rate will be, so you have to be okay with a rough approximation when buying Treasury bills. Now that you know what Treasury bills are, I'm going to show you step by step how to purchase Treasury bills at TreasuryDirect.gov. If you haven't already opened an account on Treasury Direct, be sure to watch this video that I made where I walk you through the steps of opening an account. It's not that complicated, but it's also not that straightforward. But assuming you already have an account, after you log in, simply go right up here and click on Buy Direct. We want to buy T-bills, so select the option Bills Short-Term Securities of 1 year or less. Then click Submit. Now you can see the list of all T-bills being auctioned over the next 2 months, with the auction date and the issue date listed. As you can see, the 4-week through 26-week T-bills are auctioned every week, and 52-week T-bills are auctioned every 4 weeks. Just select the T-bill that you want to buy. In my opinion, it's very important to select a T-bill maturity that you feel comfortable with. Although you can sell T-bills before they mature, you first have to transfer them to a bank, broker, or dealer. And you also have to hold them in your Treasury Direct account for a minimum of 45 days before you can transfer it. Which means you can't sell or transfer a 4-week T-bill since it matures in less than 45 days. So even though I prefer buying T-bills through Treasury Direct, this is one disadvantage versus buying T-bills through a broker. In this example, I'm going to select the 8-week T-bill being auctioned on November 10th. Next, enter the purchase amount, which can be from $100 all the way up to $10 million. It must be in increments of $100. So you can't buy $125 worth or anything like that. In fact, let's give that a try and see what happens. I'm going to attempt to purchase $125 worth and click Submit. As you can see here, I got an error message that the purchase amount entered is not valid. So let's do that again, and this time I'll put in a valid amount of $200. Next, select your source of funds. For me, that's just my bank account that I have linked to Treasury Direct. And this is also where Treasury Direct sends my interest payments to, which is really cool because it's almost like an extension of my savings account. Next, select if you want to schedule reinvestment. You can schedule reinvestments for up to 2 years. And I really like using this feature. It's a great way to just set it and forget about it. And it's really easy to cancel the scheduled reinvestments later if you change your mind. So for 8-week T-bills, the maximum reinvestment amount I can enter is 12. So just to show you what would happen if I entered more than 12, I'm going to enter 20 and click submit. And as you can see here, I get another error message that I exceeded the reinvestment limit. So let me go ahead and correct that by entering a valid number. Next, select the payment destination for when your T-bill matures. I just keep it set to my bank account. But you can also keep it on Treasury Direct if you want to by selecting this 0% C of I option. This 0% certificate of indebtedness doesn't earn any interest, which is why I prefer to set this to my bank account. Then I click submit. Now it takes me to a purchase review page where I can review my order. And if everything looks good, I'll go ahead and click submit again. If everything was successful, I'll get this confirmation page. And the last thing I want to show you is how to delete a pending order. According to Treasury Direct, I should be able to delete this order prior to the close of auction, which is November 10th for this T-bill. From this page, you can just click on this link, View or delete a pending purchase or reinvestment, which will take you to a summary list of your current holdings. Another way to get to this page is to click on Current Holdings, then click on Pending Purchases and Reinvestments. Make sure that Show a Summary List is selected, and then click Submit. Then select whichever purchase or reinvestment that you want to cancel. Click Submit, which will take you to this detail page to review. And if you're sure you want to delete it, click the Delete button. Then you get one more confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete this transaction? Click Yes. And you'll get a confirmation at the top of the page that your transaction has been canceled. And you should no longer see that pending order in the list. And that's all there is to purchasing US Treasury bills on Treasury Direct. So let me know what you think about T-bills. Are you planning to buy some T-bills? Drop me a line in the comments. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.